Welcome to the channel. For many years I have looked down upon pagan people. I was taught that paganism was a bad thing, something to stay far away from. To become more tolerant of pagan people, I would need to do more research. I will share a summary of my findings. Paganism is a term used to describe various ancient and modern religious traditions that are typically non-Abrahamic in nature. The captivating history of paganism is truly a treasure trove of rich and intricate tales, spanning across countless millennia. Its origins can be traced back to antiquity, with roots that delve deep into the ancient annals of human civilization. This ancient belief system has endured the test of time, evolving and adapting throughout the ages to become a fascinating tapestry woven with cultural significance. From the mystical rituals practiced by our ancestors to the sacred traditions passed down through generations, paganism's historical journey has left an indelible mark on our collective consciousness. So immerse yourself in this mesmerizing narrative as we explore the depths of paganism's legacy, unearthing its hidden gems and shedding light on its enduring relevance in today's world. The exact origins of paganism are difficult to pinpoint due to its diverse nature. Pagan practices can be found in cultures all around the world, from ancient civilizations in Mesopotamia and Egypt to indigenous traditions in the Americas and Africa. These time-honored traditions deeply root themselves in the profound worship of nature, ancient deities, and the revered spirits of our ancestors. The rituals and practices associated with these traditions are woven with a sense of reverence and awe for the natural world, as well as a deep respect for the wisdom and guidance passed down by our forefathers and foremothers. By engaging in these sacred customs, we not only pay homage to our cultural heritage but also forge a strong connection to the very essence of life itself. Beliefs within paganism can vary greatly depending on the specific tradition or culture. However, there are some common themes that can be found. Many pagans believe in a connection between the divine and the natural world, viewing nature as sacred and worshipping various gods and goddesses associated with natural elements such as the sun, moon, earth, and water. Paganism often emphasizes personal spiritual experiences, rituals, and a sense of community. Throughout history, pagans have faced persecution from various religious and political powers. The rise of Christianity in Europe greatly impacted pagan communities, leading to the suppression and persecution of pagan beliefs and practices. The Church, with its firm belief in upholding its authority and protecting its doctrine, perceived paganism as a significant challenge that needed to be addressed. Recognizing the potential influence and impact of paganism, the Church took various measures to combat it. These efforts included engaging in rigorous conversion campaigns aimed at persuading individuals to abandon their pagan beliefs and embrace Christianity. In addition to conversion efforts, the Church utilized laws as a means to suppress any practices associated with paganism. By establishing regulations and prohibitions against pagan rituals and customs, the Church sought to weaken the influence of paganism within society. Regrettably, there were instances where the Church resorted to violence as a means of eradicating paganism. This extreme approach was driven by a deep-rooted fear of losing authority and control over society. While these acts of violence cannot be justified, it is important to acknowledge that they were carried out within a historical context where religious institutions held immense power and influence. Ultimately, it is essential to recognize that the Church's objective was not solely focused on eliminating paganism but rather ensuring its own dominance in matters of faith. The complex interplay between religious authority, societal dynamics, and cultural clashes played a significant role in shaping the Church's response towards paganism during that era. The persecution of individuals who practiced non-Christian beliefs reached its crescendo during the medieval period, with the formation of the Inquisition. This institution specifically targeted heresy and various pagan practices, among other perceived transgressions. It is worth noting that this period witnessed a systematic destruction or conversion of pagan temples into Christian churches, accompanied by the burning of sacred texts and the outlawing of pagan rituals. These measures were implemented with great rigor, aiming to eradicate any remnants of pre-Christian spirituality and cement Christianity as the dominant religious force in society. Despite centuries of persecution, paganism managed to survive in different forms throughout history. In recent times, there has been a revival of interest in pagan beliefs and practices, often referred to as neo-paganism or contemporary paganism. This modern movement draws inspiration from ancient pagan traditions while incorporating new interpretations and practices. Today, paganism is recognized as a valid spiritual path by many individuals and organizations. Modern pagans follow pre-Christian spiritual practices that worship gods, goddesses, and the divine powers of nature. Many pagans believe in pantheism, which is respect for all gods created during human civilization. It is important to understand the history of paganism, its origins, beliefs, and the persecution it has faced in order to appreciate the diversity of human religious expression throughout time. This has helped me to glean a greater understanding of all the nations around the world, and most would be classified as pagan. The pagans usually had a polytheistic belief in many gods but only one, which represents the chief god and supreme godhead, is chosen to worship. Alternative terms used in Christian texts were Hellene, Gentile, and heathen. Ritual sacrifice was an integral part of ancient Greco-Roman religion and was regarded as an indication of whether a person was pagan or Christian. What do I learn from all of this? That I should not define people by their ancestors or belief. Should I look negatively at a person that has a pagan lifestyle? Who gives me the right to judge another human for their beliefs? Remember, the pagans also have one chief god. What if their god is the same as mine or yours? Maybe we all just use different names for the chief god? By looking for the positive within in all peoples and beliefs, we will most always find a common ground of love. Thanks for watching. This episode is brought to you by Fixing My Faith.